I'm Melina, and today I'm going to talk about how to change your life in 1 year. So I'm wearing my gym outfit because I'm fresh out of the gym. And yeah, so let's talk about how you can make 2023 or even the following years your year. So I think New Year's resolutions have like a positive and a negative side to them, because the negative side is that usually people are very, very motivated to start the new year in a good way, and then the motivation fades. But you can also use it to like really start, and then discipline will keep you going. So today we're going to talk about motivation, and we're going to talk about discipline, and we're going to talk about your goals. So the reason why you want to change your life is probably because you want to have different results. You're probably not so happy with the results you have, or maybe you are happy but you want to get even better, and maybe you also want to like discover a new side of you and get better when it comes to a particular thing, or even start a very new thing. So I think the reason why you reach your goals or you don't reach your goals are two things. So first, you have to have your goals written down, like you have to have clear goals, and then those goals also have to be measurable. So if you say, for example, I want to be successful, it's not very specific, right? So it's very likely that you're gonna give up on that goal because it's not measurable. You don't really know what you mean by it yourself, so how can you reach a goal that's not even clearly defined? So the first thing and the first step, I also did it with some friends of mine, is to write your goals down. It can be 10 to 20, you can choose your own number if you think 10 is a good number for you and 10 is something realistic for you, like 10 goals, and then write down 10 goals. If you think it's 20, write down 20. And it also doesn't have to be like big goals, because how we actually gonna reach our goals is by taking it step by step. You're not gonna reach your goal tomorrow probably, because if it's that easy then you won't watch the video. Your goal is probably a little bit more complex and it requires discipline and consistency. So if you want to reach a bigger goal, write those bigger goals down. So what could be a goal, for example? So if we talk about fitness here, it can be I wanna fit into my old clothes again. So that's very measurable, because you see if your clothes fit and then you reach your goal. Or it could be I wanna be able to lift my own body weight, like when it comes to weight things, like that's very measurable as well. Or also when it comes to repetitions, you can look at your trainings plan now and see like how many repetitions with how much weight you can do, and then you can write down a goal so you can get better. So for example, now you can do 5 repetitions with 30 kilo for no matter what, and you wanna, like next year, like a year from now, you wanna do be able to do, like it doesn't have to be your everyday training, but be able to do 10 repetitions with 40 kilos. So that's very measurable, and that's just like a very small example when it comes to writing down goals that are measurable. And then if you, for example, if one of your goals is to spend more time with your family, that's not really measurable. But if you, for example, now see your family once a month, you can write down, I want to see my family next year. I want to see them at least twice a month, or something like that. Something that's really measurable, so you can always check, like you can check every week and you can check every month, and you can actually hold yourself accountable. And I think also your goals shouldn't be result-based. Like, okay, what I told you earlier is one goal, I wanna fit into my old clothes again. That's like a very big goal, because you have to do small steps to get there. But I actually think like you can do that, but your main goals, they shouldn't be like, we should take it step by step. So it shouldn't be result based but action based. So your real goal might be to fit into your old clothes again. But if we take it step by step, let's change our nutrition and let's change our workout game and our workout plan. And if we change that and we are consistent and we are disciplined, then we can reach the end goal. So always go from the big goal and break it down, and then you start at the beginning so you can get to the end, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna break our big goal down, and then we can have action-based goals instead of result-based goals, because if you say I wanna fit into my old clothes again, that's just an example, it doesn't even have to be about fitness, but if you say that, you won't be able to see any results within the next week probably. So you might lose motivation and you might not be that disciplined because you can't measure your goal, you cannot see how much better you got because it's not measurable. So let's say I'm gonna cut sugar or I reduce sugar. So for now I eat that much sugar, you can write that down. Like there's a lot of apps too that will tell you how much sugar you eat and how much carbohydrates you eat and how much protein. And you can actually look at that list, and most of the apps, they already help you, like they already tell you how much sugar and how much protein you should eat to reach your goals, or you can Google it too, so you can help yourself if you don't wanna pay a coach to help you, but of course you can also pay coaches to help you. So if you have those goals and you say I'm gonna eat that much sugar within the next week, that's very measurable. You can see that, you can write it in your app, you can write it down. And then I wanna train 3 times a week, and then make it more, like break it down, like what do you want to train. If you say 3 times a week, for example, I'd recommend you to do a full body workout, so you can get 3 sessions for the whole body in, if you only have 3 times a week where you want to train. And then also make it more measurable, say let's train for at least 1 hour, so you can check, okay, I trained 1 hour, I train another hour, and then the week is full with 3 training sessions that are very measurable, and you can hold yourself accountable. And you can do that with every goal. You have a big goal, you break it down, and for every week you make a plan how you can check that you actually reach the goal. Even if it comes to business, if you say I wanna build my own business, just write down the small steps you have to take in general, and then break those steps down again so you can see, okay, what can I do the next week? And then you can see all of those tasks, and then you see, oh, so this task probably takes more than 1 hour, but during the week I don't have more than 1 hour, so I'm gonna do that task on Saturday. And then you make a plan, and it's like very, very measurable. It's very easy for you to see how far you came, and that's how you're gonna reach all of your goals. And so that's like my first advice for you. Have goals, break them down, and hold yourself accountable, and then you can stay motivated, and you still have to use discipline. So on the days where you don't feel like it, just be disciplined, because you will never regret working on your goals. So that's the first advice from me. And then the second advice is imagine how you want your life to look like. So what I told you, that's very like you could say boring steps that are still necessary, but if you wanna make it all more fun, you can use like a mood board. I always did that, like I loved that as a child, like just print out pictures and quotes and just put it on a like small board or like big board, depending on how big your goals are. And then you see, for example, I don't know, you could print out a picture of a girl that sits on a boat because you always wanted to be in a boat. And then if you print out all those pictures and you wake up every morning and you see your goals, then you also visualize the goals automatically. And then I found an old mood board like not that long ago, and I realized that I actually reached a lot of the goals that I didn't even write down because I didn't know about this technique, even though it's very easy. But when I was young, I didn't know about how important it is to actually write your goals down and make them measurable. So I always did mood boards, but just for fun. And now I realize just by visualizing what I saw on those mood boards, a lot of it came true because my unconsciousness was remembering what I wanted, and my consciousness then acted. So it's kind of like it's a way of manifesting too if you create mood boards. So yeah, I think that's like the main message, because if you want to change your life for the next year, you write down your goals. What do you want your life to look like? And if you don't know your goals, like they don't have to be that specific in the beginning. Like you can start with a mood board, just like look at the mood the board gives you. Maybe you will figure out after you created this mood boards with pictures that you find amazing and quotes that you find amazing, that all those pictures are about traveling. So you know you want to travel more. So that's your goal, travel more. So how can you travel more? Maybe you can travel more by just keeping it cheap. Like you can stay in hostels, for example. I tried staying in hostels a lot, and I actually like it because you meet so many people from all over the world, and that's also like that can be friendships that you have for the rest of your life. And then you know a person in Korea and a person in New Zealand, and you have so many people from all over the world, and you learn something new, and you keep your travels cheap. Or you don't wanna travel in a cheap way, but you wanna travel in a very luxurious way. So maybe you have to make more money to travel. So how can you do that? So just break it down, and I'm sure you are a very creative person, and I'm sure you will come up with ideas how to reach your goals, but write them down and make sure every day or at least every week you can check how far you came, and maybe you have to change your strategy. So maybe look at people who are where you want to be. You can read books of very successful people who are where you want to be, and then most of the times in the books they explain you exactly how they did that. And of course that's not the same way you're gonna do it, because you're your own person with your own personality, but you can take the advices they give you and follow the advices. So it's actually very easy if you think about how to change your life. You just need to know where you want to be a year from now, and then break it down, and then you can start day by day, and you can start by changing your small habits, because usually it's also bad habits and self-sabotage that keep us from getting where we want to be. So we are gonna get where we want to be, and I'm happy you watched my video today, and I see you next time, and I'm excited for your New Year's resolutions and your goals. Bye!